Let's look at Chapter 6, Lesson 1 Review. We need to write the letters of the figures that are examples of the quadrilateral's name. So first, look at the name, figure out what it means, and then find quadrilaterals that are that. A parallelogram. A parallelogram has two sides that are parallel. So I know that this one and this one are parallel, and I know that this side and this side are parallel. So A would go on the line. For B, I know that this top and bottom are parallel, but the sides are not. They will run into each other. They're intersecting. For C, I know that this line is parallel with this, and this line is parallel with this. I know that letter C is a parallelogram. In letter D, this side is parallel with the bottom, and the sides are parallel. Remember, parallel means that they're never going to touch each other. Let's look at number 2. We're looking for rectangles. I need to find 4 right angles. So I can see that this shape right here has 4. And I can see that letter B has 4 right angles. But letter C and letter D do not have 4 right angles. Let's look at number 3. A rhombus. Remember, a rhombus has 4 equal sides. Now, I know that letter A is a rectangle, and it's a rectangle that does not have 4 equal sides. Letter B is a square, and a square has 4 equal sides, which means it's also a rhombus. Letter C has 4 equal sides, which means it's a rhombus. Letter D does not have 4 equal sides, so it is not. For the measurement section, we need to write the temperature shown on the thermometer. So you need to figure out exactly what line it is in between. So I know for number 4, it's in between 50 and 40. I need to figure out how many tick marks are represented here. And I know that the difference between 50 and 40 is 10. And it looks like I have 4 tick marks in the middle, but counting up, I count starting at 40 and count all the way until you get to 50. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll have to look very closely so you can tell there's a difference of 5. So I need to divide 10 by 5 in order to figure out how much each tick mark is worth. So I know that 10 divided by 5 is 2. Each tick mark is going to be worth 2. So looking at this, I know that this is going up 1, 2, it doesn't reach the 3rd tick mark. So counting from 40, go up by 2. 42, 44, and it doesn't get to 46. So I know it's in between 44 and 46. The number is going to be 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Don't forget the unit. Let's look at number 5. I know that I'm starting in between 100 and 110. I know that in between there's going to be a total of 10 degrees. And looking at the hash marks again, it's very similar to number 4. There's 5 sections in between 10 and 100 and 110. So I need to divide it by 5 to figure out how much each tick mark is worth. I know that that is 2. So starting at 100, go ahead and count up. It goes to 102, and then it doesn't quite reach 104. So it's in between 102 and 104, and I know that's 103 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, let's look at number 6. It's between 10 and 20, and I can tell again that it's going to be counting up by 2s. So I can start at 10, and I start 10, 12, 14, 16, and it's not quite to 18. So I know that that's going to be 17 degrees Fahrenheit. I know that number 7 is between 50 and 60. I know that it's counting up by 2s. So I start at 50, 52, 54, 56, and it's not quite to 58 yet. So it's between 56 and 58, and I know that that's 57 degrees Fahrenheit.